Welcome back to episode 33 of our top 5 PvP battles. If you guys are interested in sending in clips for the top 5, you can send them to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. And of course, you guys choose the top 5 battles each episode. So if you guys want to be part of the process and watch all the footage that was sent in, as well as decide where everything is going to place, you can of course check out a link to my Twitch channel in the description below. Now, starting off with our number 5, we have got legit ESO on the Stamina Sorcerer, and here you see already he's picked off 2 kills on this red group here, but he's taking a lot of pressure from the red players. He's playing a medium armor Stamina Sword, so he has to be careful how he engages with this. Gets a great Dawnbreaker there, and the red player just going for the kite around the edge, legit keeping the pressure up, but a lot of healing power going down on that red player, and legit's just going to go for a kite back around the rocks, reset his buffs, reset his dark deal as well, get a bit of stamina back, and he decides that he's gonna move on these guys here. There's more red players coming from the left side as well, and a good call by legit to just continue to back up. He's gonna try to use his movement and his speed and just break this group apart, just staying kind of at the edge of range distance there, getting stunned by the javelin, the enemy player gap closing into him, and legit's just gonna go for a streak up the hill here, continuing to break a bit of distance from this group, and he's gonna try to get an opportunity to open on somebody here. The first player in front, legit throws the poison injection down, goes for the Dawnbreaker. He ends up getting stunned by the javelin, so his Dawnbreaker splash is a little weird, but he manages to hit everybody with it. Unfortunately, he cannot capitalize on the combo, so he just streaks out of that, resets his buffs, and then he's going to reopen on these guys. I actually think he's running the Morph of Bolt escape that allows you to absorb incoming projectiles, because you see the little ball left behind after he uses the streak there, and that's just going to help him soak up some range damage from these guys as he kites away, just using it as a bit of a body block. And here we see 4 red players have followed him into the field here, and legit's just going to go behind the tree, set his buffs, go for the guy, he poison injection, the Dawnbreaker into the Executioner, down he goes, and now legit's going to move right on to the next target here. This guy just gets absolutely smacked by that wrecking blow. Oh my gosh, so much damage, and legit has got the last 2 players left to deal with. He goes for the wrecking blows on the Templar here, trying to put the pressure in as the Templar is going to be throwing a lot of healing down, continuing to rotate his poison injection as well, making the Templar use his purge. A great dodge on the incoming stun there. Goes for the wrecking blow into the Dawnbreaker. Huge damage on that Warden. The Warden just panic rolling away. The enemy Templar stuck in the ultimate there, and legit wants to finish off the Warden. He goes for the poison injection here. Gets stunned again. Oh no, but he's still gonna stay on top of this Warden, and there he finally gets the heal from the Templar, so legit is forced to back out. He's gonna reset his heals as well, go for the streak, absorbing those projectiles, and he's just going to re-engage again with these guys, just trying to find a moment to hit these guys with some nice burst. A great block on the incoming shield charge stun, and the dodge roll, mitigating a great amount of damage there, and unfortunately he gets hit by the javelin stun. The enemy Templar going for the ultimate as well. Legit goes for a streak to break line of sight from the ultimate, and of course got his vigor in there for a little bit of healing power, taking a lot of damage from these guys now. Huge pressure from that group. The ult dump coming in, and legit just continuing to use that streak and kite around them. A great stun with the Dawnbreaker there. Good pressure into the group again, but he's unable to capitalize on a kill there, as the enemy group is very quick to heal themselves now, and legit's just going to dot up the Stamina Warden here and start trying to rotate the wrecking blow, but just getting pressured continuously from this enemy group. He goes for the streak again and just going to go reset his buffs around the tree, go for the dark deal, and he actually wants to go back on this Stamina Warden, so he just uses the movement there to split the group a little bit, goes for the Dawnbreaker on the Warden, gets the smack off, unfortunately doesn't get the stun, but hits him with the wrecking blow there into the Executioner. Down goes the Warden, and now legit is going to turn his sights onto the enemy Magicka Warden, I believe. He's going to hit him with the poison injection, continue to keep his buffs up, of course, hit him with that wrecking blow, or the dizzy swing, sorry, go for another dizzy swing. Good damage on the Warden, the Executioner to bring her down, and this Templar trying to go for the res, legit quickly just bashing him, dot him up right away with the poison injection, the heavy attack into the dizzy swing, continuing to rotate on this Templar. The Templar gets caught with the stun into the execute, and legit takes it home. Now, coming in at number 4 this week, you guys voted for Nebula DooM on the Massacre Sorcerer. There you see right off the bat a massive burst with the Atronach coming down as well, and he's going to quickly finish off the first player. And now Nebula is just going to reset the shields and go for pressure right away on this next player there. He's got the curse, going for the frags. Huge 14.9k frags crit on that player. Down he goes, and now Nebula is going to turn right away onto the next player here and just put a lot of pressure with the curse combo, loading the frags on him as well, just continuing to apply pressure here, throwing the fire staff knockback, hitting with a big burst there. Down goes the next red player, and Nebula just turning right away to the last red player here. A fairly bulky opponent. Nebula goes for the meteor on top of him though. Huge damage into that Templar, and Nebula brings him down with the curse, the execute. So much damage, and we've got a couple more red players riding into the fight. Nebula right away going for pressure on the enemy Templar. The enemy Templar just throwing the heals down. Nebula gets him with a good frag there. Unfortunately, he had purged off the curse, and the Templar goes for the barrier. I think the Templar wants to try some reses here. There he is trying the res. Nebula right away goes for the bash, sets the curse down again. Sets the execute. The Templar just purges everything off right away, and Nebula's going to go for the target switch onto the other player here. Keeping an eye on that Templar though, hitting him with the stun as well, just to make sure he can't get those reses off. And Nebula just keeping the shields up, tanking out the flare spam here as he puts big damage into the other Templar, but the Templar healing power between the two just saving them there, and Nebula's got to reset the shields, reset the buffs as well. I love that he's using Surge for the primary heal on this build. This Templar's going for the res. Nebula hits him with the stun. He does manage to get the res off, unfortunately, and now Nebula's got another player to deal with here. Drops the meteor on these guys, a huge amount of damage on the lower level player with the meteor, but both Templars right away putting a lot of healing power into there, and Nebula yet again is just going to have to reset the buffs here and try to reopen on these Templars, hit them with a nice burst here, just rotating the shields, gets the fire staff knocked back into the execute there. The frags, the enemy player goes for this stealth, ends up dodging the attack. Nebula stopping the res from this other Templar, a huge smack with the frags there, bringing that Templar down, and now Nebula's just got the last two left to deal with here. Hits the next Templar with the stun, goes for the curse combo. He's got the frags ready, throws the frag down, nearly killing the Templar, but the target switch right away to the other player, quickly bursting him down as the Templar is concerned with himself, and Nebula bringing down that last Templar. Really great fight. And now for the number 3 slot this week, we have got General Misfits and Sain Ghost with a 2vx defending a keep here from a huge yellow Zerg. And as you can see, they're all charging through the door, and Sain Ghost right away is going to go into his ultimate just for the defensive and offensive purposes. A single yellow overextending here. They're going to manage to bring that yellow down. Yes, they do. They get the kill there, and they're going to push back out to the rest of the yellow on the staircase, getting another kill on these yellow players. But look at this, man. So many yellow coming into this keep. There's got to be at least 15 of them, and Sain Ghost is just going to continue to try to keep these bodies down. Gets a bash there. His friendly player on a magic as Sorcerer also doing their best job to prevent these guys from getting the res. Sain Ghost with a nice burst yet again on the stack, bringing another yellow down, and right away Sain's going to go for the pressure on the Templar in the front here, but taking a lot of pressure from the enemy Soul Assault, tanking it out with his Harness Magica and his Vines combo. Really great healing power, and here comes the enemy with the Destro ult, and Sain does not want to let these bodies get up. Him and General Misfits are just doing their best to keep these guys struggling. Another kill on the stack off the interrupt there. Another player going low HP. Another kill on the stack as another friendly red player comes in. Another yellow goes down. Oh my gosh, so many bodies on the stack there. And now Sain has got a huge amount of bodies here, and the yellow group is going to start paying attention. They've lost a lot of players. The entire group is migrating over here now. And, well, Sain's going to do his best yet again to keep these yellow bodies down on the bridge. We've got enemy negates coming down, though. Sain just resetting his heals there, going for the tether on the Warden. Really fantastic heal over time for him and his partner. And Sain right away going for pressure on the overextended player. They are not going to be able to prevent these guys from rezzing. There are so many yellow on the stack. They're just going to have to be patient and re-engage with this yellow group. Again, they took down almost half the yellow, And man, that res power, the yellow are right back at it. Sain's just inside here, getting pressured by the yellow from behind here, but he's just going to continue to kite around the end and go over to where his fellow sorcerer is. I like how he ignores the solo player there, just focusing on staying together with his friendly and wanting to put the most amount of damage into this group that they can. If they're not together, it's going to be very hard to threaten this group. There's a couple EP on the other side there distracting the large yellow group, and Sain and General Misfits are just going to go for some pressure on the side of the group, trying to bring some players down here. Huge damage into this guy here. He's got the Earth Core helping him out. The friendly Sork going for the curse as well. Cannot bring down the player. Too much healing power from the yellow group. And right away, we see the enemy Destro ult coming in. Sain's just going to respond with a great burst there on the deep fissure, bringing down another player. Synchro burst with the friendly Sork. Get good damage into another yellow player here, but so much healing power from this yellow group. They're going to have to hit these guys with some real burst in order to take them down and just pick their targets well. Here we go again, nearly bringing down a yellow player, and their health just shoots right back up. Sain doing a great job staying on top of his friendly player here, just continuing to cast out those heals and using that Sork mobility for himself with that tether. He can stay a little bit more mobile, and if the Sork's streaking away, he can stay with his friendly Sork, and Sain just continues to pressure the back end of this group. Gets a huge burst into this guy here, bringing down that yellow player. This guy's going for the res. Sain bashes him, or no, hits him with the stun, bringing down another player with the friendly Sork combined burst, and just right away going for huge healing power there. The friendly Sork going for the resto ult as well, as the entire yellow group starts to converge on them again, and the friendly red players that came in have also died. The Sork trying to get a res off on this red player. Sain with the body block and the heal. They get the res off, and right away they go for pressure on the overextending yellow. He gets saved by the Earth Core though, and here comes the rest of the group. Just great situational awareness from these two to stay on top of each other, doing a great job staying together. A fantastic heal there, and of course being aware of where that group is and where the group's main focus is. The yellow group now starting to charge in here. A couple of them overextend. Sain and General Misfits right away going for pressure on the overextending players, but they start running right back towards the group, and here they get hit by the Dawnbreaker. They're easily able to tank that out, and Sain is going to push out with the Sorcerer here, just pushing right into the side of this yellow group. They're not facing them. Getting good pressure into this Templar. The Templar responds with the healing ultimate, and Sain's just going to continue to work into the group here. The yellow still trying to pick up the reses here from the earlier kills. Sain just continuing to bash the reses. Huge damage with the deep fissure there, bringing another yellow down. This guy low HP. He goes down as well. EP starts to show up, and yellow just melts. What a fantastic defense. Now, you guys voted for DragooX for the number 2 slot this week, and of course, Dragoo, a regular on the top 5 series. He's coming back here with the Stamina Warden. He's got a lot of red on him in this tower, and just look at the opening Dawnbreaker, the Subterranean Assault, the reverse slice for the Splash Execute, bringing down 2 players right away as the red chase him around the corner, and Dragoo just right away going in with that cheeky bash into the heavy attack. Really clean animation cancel there, really clean just gameplay, and he's just maintaining his resource here. He's very high stamina, but he's still conscientious of the fact that he's really outnumbered, and he's got to have everything that he can get. Gets a good Dawnbreaker there. Unfortunately, the red players respond with the healing power, and Dragoo cannot bring that guy down, and he's not going to stick around waiting for the kill here, and just a little bit of a speed up in the clip. Now, this was Dragoo who did this. I normally wouldn't speed up the clip, even if he's just tanking out damage, but that's okay. Dragoo's just going to move around this tower here, looking for his opportunity to get a good re-engagement with the red players. A kind of a bad fall there, but it's okay. The fall still works out. He goes for the Wrecking Blow on this guy here. The enemy player dodging the Wrecking Blow, and Dragoo's going to go into his Permafrost, hit him with the Wrecking Blow. Again, a big Subterranean Assault. Dragoo trying to get the Splash Execute, but too much pressure and too much healing from the enemy group. Dragoo again has to pull out, just reset his combo here, and open up on the players that chase him off the edge. He gets one Subterranean off on the player there, goes for the Dizzy Swing, and the next Subterranean, the Executioner, bringing down the Dragon Knight that overextends from the group, and Dragoo right away just going for pressure on top of this enemy Templar. The Templar responding with the heals and the block right away, and Dragoo's just going to reset the combo, head back towards the body that he has just put down there, gets a huge Dawnbreaker combo. The Executioner finishing off one player there, second player going down to the next Subterranean Assault, and now Dragoo Dragoo's just got this Sork here left, and he's going to put the Subterranean, the Dizzy Swing. The poor Sork, man, he's got nothing to respond. He goes down right away, and now Dragoo's going to work on the next enemy that's come around the corner here. He did a great job splitting this group up, and now has a stack of bodies to show for it. Really great turn on the bash there right away with the full combo, the Dawnbreaker, the extra off-balance damage there, just absolutely annihilating that guy off the res, and Dragoo right away going right back on top of these guys. He does not wait, right back into the combat. A great stun there into the Executioner, nearly bringing that player down, and we've got more red players converging on top of him here, and Dragoo's just going to keep kiting around in the tower here and guarding his bodies. He does not want to let these guys get a good res there. Puts good pressure on the Templar again, and he sees this guy going for the res. He's going to hit him with the bash, go for the partial charged heavy, tries to get the combo on this guy, but he ends up dodging it, and there we see the Subterranean again. Dragoo channeling the wrecking blows on him. He actually kills the player with the Subterranean and the fall damage as he falls off the edge there. Dragoo right away going on top of this Templar, almost bringing him down there. He doesn't get that execute. I want to say that was lag, and he's just going to keep pressuring this Templar. The Templar runs out to the outside of the resource now, and Dragoo just staying right on top of him. Unfortunately, more reds on the resource as well as the guard pressure, and Dragoo is forced back inside, and he's just going to kite his way back into the tower here, just picking off the NPCs as he can. And Dragoo just waiting for his opportunity to get a nice clean shot off on this player here. We've got a Sorcerer up top as well. Dragoo just resets all his buffs, goes for the Subterranean Assault, and the Dizzy Swing into the 15k Dawnbreaker, just annihilating that poor guy. And Dragoo right away is just going to quickly finish off the NPC here, reset his buffs, and he's going to go for the combo yet again. We've got another red player that just comes around the corner. Oh my gosh, he goes for the res. Dragoo quickly finishing him off with the combo there. Just gets a nice heavy attack off on the NPC. Little bit of sustain there, and Dragoo right away going for pressure on this enemy Dragonite. The enemy Dragonite responding with the leap. Dragoo's just going to quickly respond with his heal as well. Quickly bring down the NPC. The NPC, of course, so annoying when you're trying to fight other players. Going to throw in all those stuns and negative effects, and Dragoo just resetting his buffs, going for the Subterranean Assault. There we see the Dizzy Swing into the Executioner. Nope, not yet. Going for another Dizzy Swing. The Dawnbreaker, the Executioners, the Dragonite just doing his best to tank it out. Dragoo resetting again with the Deep Fissure. Down he goes. What a fight. Now, finally, for the #1 clip this week, you guys voted for zDan on his Stamina Sorcerer, and this is a really cool clip. We've got a very interesting build from zDan here, a dual-wield bow Stam Sork, and look at this gameplay style. He goes for the Poison Injection into the Silver Leash, pulling the player into him, and the Steel Tornado bringing the player down. Really cool kill right off the bat. zDan taking a lot of pressure from the enemy Nightblades out of stealth. He is on a medium armor Stam Sork, so he's going to be fairly squishy, using his roll dodge, of course, to stay mobile and dodge the incoming attacks. He's going to heal himself up, get some stamina back, and wait for these guys to re-engage with him. Just taking a stun there from the damage over time from the Nightblade. It actually stuns as he re-enters Sneak, but zDan getting a really nasty pull on that guy there, finishing him off with the Tornado, and we've got some enemy players. This guy trying to go for the res. zDan pulls him off the res. He does manage to get it, but right away with the snappy Dawnbreaker, finishing that guy off, and zDan gets another great pull on the enemy archer there. I really like how he uses the pull to just counteract the ranged opponents, just pulling them on top of himself. It makes it tough for the ranged opponent to continue to apply pressure because they're within the melee range there. zDan getting another pull. This guy's trying to res. zDan quickly pulling him off the res, switching back to his original target, kills him with the dots. The Dawnbreaker bringing down the next player, and now zDan's going to Tornado the last guy down. Oh my gosh. What a clean wipe, but we've got another yellow player coming in. zDan using the pull again to prevent the res from the yellow player here, dotting him up right away and just going for pressure on top of this guy. He's got to get some stamina back, though. He's got very little stamina left in the tank. There's the Dawnbreaker, and he's just going to keep applying the damage over time, but the enemy Templar quickly healing up with the Breath of Life, and zDan's going to have to reset his buffs here and reset his dots on his opponent. And right away, he hits him with the chain pull into the Steel Tornado, getting great damage into the Templar again, but the enemy Templar's healing is just a little too much. zDan is doing a lot of wear and tear to him, though. Gets another awesome stun into the Tornado, finishing him off there as he spins off the edge. And now, well, zDan's won the fight, but it's not quite over yet. He's going to head to the resource, going to flip this bad boy with another Sorc here that was just watching the fight, letting zDan do his thing. And we've got another enemy player here engaging with him. zDan right away just going to go for the dot pressure on him into the tornado, quickly bringing that guy down. Gets this guy with the pull again into the tornado, bringing another player down. You've got another Nightblade out of stealth here. He throws the Ballista on zDan, but zDan right away counters with the pull into the Dawnbreaker, bringing that guy down as well. And now zDan's just chasing the last yellow player that has come to try to reinforce this. And, oh man, he's not going to get away. There's the pull, the tornado. What a cool build. What a fantastic fight. And for our bonus clip this week, guys, we've actually got something, well, a little special. We have got an Emperor clip sent to us by DragooX, and I'm actually going to commentate the first portion of this clip because look at this right off the bat. The back-to-back Dawnbreakers. Dragoo bringing down a stack of players, and he's right away in his permafrost. Now, he is Emp on the Warden, but man, look at this. He's dropping Dawnbreakers in his permafrost. Massive damage, bringing down a handful of players on the staircase again, and Dragoo's just going to come back around the corner, reset his buffs, and he just wants to deliver the smackdown to this blue group. He hits them with another Dawnbreaker to follow it into the Steel Tornado, completely annihilating everything in front of him on the staircase there. And he's just going to reset the buffs again, and he's going to re-engage. He's got another Dawnbreaker ready. The Subterranean Assault is coming down. These guys are trying to res. Dragoo going right away for the Dawnbreaker on top of them into the tornado, picking up another handful of kills on this blue group. And man, we just started this clip, and how many kills has Dragoo got? An absolutely incredible Emperor build, and right away around the corner on this stack, just preventing these guys from getting the res. The blue are all over the place here. They're surrounding Dragoo. They're surrounding the bodies. They're just trying to get their friendly players up, but Dragoo has got too much firepower. He's too tanky, and he is dropping Dawnbreakers left and right on these guys, just continuing to rotate his attacks here. And look at Dragoo's resources. He is running on bare minimum stamina. He, of course, is heavily outnumbered, but all that tells me is that this build is optimized to be an Emperor build. He is playing specifically to take these groups down, getting another kill with the distance on the Subterranean Assault there, and Dragoo's just going to re-engage here, reset his buffs. He's very low on resource, but it's not stopping him. Dragoo just staying very aggressive on this group. It's exactly what he needs to do. Not allow them to have a second of a break from this pressure. Getting hit by the fear there, but he is in his permafrost, so he gets a lot of stuns there, and he's just going to continue to keep the pressure up on this blue group. He kites his way to the top of this building here, and we all know what's going to happen, man. He's got the Subterranean ready, just continuing to move around, actually taking a lot of pressure from the blue here. He's got the permafrost going. He's got the Subterranean down. He hits them with a huge Subterranean permafrost. The Dawnbreaker is ready. The second permafrost. He's just staying in his permafrost here, applying so much pressure to these blue. The amount of ultimate he's generating with the kills that he's getting is absolutely insane. He's got the Dawnbreaker ready. He's still in his permafrost. A Dawnbreaker permafrost combo to hit the blue as they come up the stairs as well. And, well, Dragoo's just going to reset his heals, work his way back down to the bottom here, and just prevent these guys from getting some reses as best he can. He's back into his permafrost, resets his Subterranean Assault, going for the Steel Tornadoes. He's got the Dawnbreaker after the kills. Yet again, the ultimate in the ultimate. Oh my gosh. I'm going to let the rest of this clip play out for you guys, but oh my, what an incredible bonus clip this week. I didn't want to include it in the top 5 because, well, it is an Emperor clip, so it is something a little special, but man, I did want to commentate the clip for you guys. So a big shout out to everybody who sent the clips in this week. Thank you guys so much for sending your clips in. We've got links to everybody featured in this episode below, so check out these fine ESO channels. Give them a sub on YouTube. Show the love, show the support for that ESO community. If you guys are interested in sending in clips for the top 5, or if you guys want to send in a build to be featured, you can send it to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. And like I said, we go through the clips live together, so if you guys want to be part of the voting process, or you just want to come hang out and chat with me, you can check out my Twitch channel in the link in the description below. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to my favorite games, and they're free to try for the first 14 days via the link in the description below. And finally, if you guys love the show and you want to support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for submitting the clips. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, everyone.